Do you work or are you a student? I have recently completed my bachelor's from Daffodil International University. So right now I am just a home tutor. I go to my students' house to provide them with tuition. What is difficult about your job? I would say the one challenging aspect of my job is to go to my student's house every day and provide them with tuition. Some of my students' house is pretty far from my home, so the only difficult part is to go there. Would you recommend your job to someone else? Um, that's an interesting question. I would say if anyone feel passionate about tutoring, passionate about teaching other people, then I would definitely recommend it because it is very fulfilling profession. However, if you do not like uh, teaching, if you do not like dealing with the student, then I would never recommend it to someone like that because it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of energy, and it is a lot of hard work. So I would only recommend it to someone who are actually passionate about teaching. What are the types of shop that you usually go to? Uh, I am an avid reader, so I would say that I visit a bookshop almost every other week, and there are a lot of bookshop in my town, so I visit them frequently. What is the name of that shop? So there is a one bookshop that I like to visit, which is called the Reading Cafe. It is a bookshop, but it also has a cafe within it. What are what changes have you seen in those shops around these days? Um, I would say that the interior designing of these shops are getting better and better. Like 10 years ago, the designed interior wasn't a real thing in my city. However, nowadays all shops are really well decorated. They have proper lighting, so it is very pleasing when I go inside that shop. Do you read books? Absolutely. I'm an avid reader. I always have a book with me wherever I am. Even if I'm traveling or going to work or whatever I'm doing, I would have a book with me. What kind of books do you like reading? Actually, I read a variety of books. I like reading fiction, I like non-fiction, I sometimes read autobiography, and obviously the books about my study that I also like to read them. So, yeah. Did you read books when you were a child? How often? Uh, Unfortunately, the only book I used to read when I was a child was my academic book. I didn't knew a lot about the books outside of my academic studies, so I didn't used to read other like fiction, the children's book or other non-fiction books. Do children nowadays love reading? Unfortunately, the current generation is going away from reading. They like to spend more time with their mobile phone rather than reading. So yeah, I don't think they like to read that much. They would just prefer to watch something maybe on the YouTube, browse Facebook, browse internet. Would you give a book as a gift? Definitely. If I know that someone loves to read book, this is the best gift that I can give to them. So yes, definitely I would give book as a present.